What would you do if three grown adults stormed onto a school bus, screaming, threatening, and hurling slurs at you while dozens of kids sat frozen in fear? Most people would panic. But my dad, he turned this nightmare into the most satisfying revenge story you'll ever hear. One that ended with jail time, ruined reputations, and instant karma caught in HD. If you've ever dreamed of watching karma hit entitled people right where it hurts, smash that like button right now. Subscribe for more insane true stories. And let's dive into one of the wildest acts of justice I've ever witnessed. My dad had just started fresh at a new high school. His old school? A total nightmare. Overcrowded classrooms, fights every week, suspensions almost daily. It drained him. But this new school? Peaceful, supportive staff. Barely 2 incidents all year. For the first time in years, he could breathe. Until the bus incident. It started with something small. A bus driver, let's call him Mr. Harris, either brushed past a student by accident or told her off for being rude. Nobody's sure which. But the student, entitled girl, didn't take it well. She texted her mother, twisting the story into something much darker. And entitled mom, she lived for drama. She thought rules didn't apply to her precious family. The next morning, when Mr. Harris pulled up to pick up entitled girl, he didn't see her. Instead, 3 figures stood waiting. Her mother, her college-age sister, and her 22-year-old brother, all adults, all angry, all ready to unload on him. Mr. Harris opened the door to ask where the student was. Big mistake, because the second the doors hissed open, they stormed inside. 3 grown adults, in the middle of a bus full of kids, started screaming. Threats, slurs, vile insults. Children shrank back into their seats, clutching backpacks like shields. Mr. Harris's hands trembled on the steering wheel. He kept his voice calm, but inside his thoughts raced. They could hurt me. They could hurt the kids. The moment they stepped off, he slammed the door shut and sped away. Heart racing, he drove straight to the school office. What the entitled family didn't realize was this. Every bus in the county had 4 high-definition cameras with audio, and those cameras caught everything. When my dad watched it, he was livid, not just as an administrator, but as a father. He imagined his own kids sitting on that bus, terrified while adults screamed in their faces. His jaw clenched. His voice went cold. This is harassment. This is intimidation, and they're going to regret it. Within hours, the school cop and local police were involved. Entitled mom arrested. Charges, harassment, intimidation, trespassing, and more. But my dad wasn't done. Not even close. First, entitled girl was moved to a different bus route. She'd never bother Mr. Harris again. Then, her mother, sister, and brother were permanently banned from school property. No football games, no dances, no surprise visits, gone. And just to twist the knife, my dad arranged for Mr. Harris to take a paid month off. After what he endured, he deserved it. But that was just the appetizer. The real revenge? That would unfold in court. 6 weeks later, the trials began. The school's lawyer had gathered statements from the students. Dozens of them. Kids who testified about the screaming, the threats, the chaos. Entitled mom's lawyer didn't even try to claim innocence. He just begged for leniency, calling her emotional. The judge wasn't buying it. He leaned forward, eyes locked on her. You threatened a man's life. You endangered children. You trespassed on school property. All because your daughter was corrected. This behavior is unacceptable. The gavel came down. 30 days in jail. My dad and his principal nearly burst out cheering. Justice was sweet. Entitled brother had his trial right after his mom's. Everyone waited for him to show up. He didn't. He skipped his own trial. The judge's eyebrows shot up. His voice turned icy. Bench warrant. Effective immediately. The next day, police found him hiding in his mother's house. And when he finally stood before the judge, boom, 1 full year in prison. Breaking probation, skipping trial, and the same charges as his mom. Justice wasn't just served. It was served sizzling hot. As for entitled girl, she switched schools. Her reputation followed her. Mr. Harris returned after his month off to a hero's welcome. Kids smiled. Parents thanked him. He was safe again. And my dad, he still tells this story today, not just because it's hilarious, but because it's proof. Sometimes karma doesn't take years. Sometimes it arrives instantly. Picture it. Entitled mom stewing in a jail cell for 30 days. Entitled brother locked away for a full year. Entitled girl forced to start over. All because they thought they could scream at a bus driver without consequences. And the sweet irony? Their downfall was recorded in HD for everyone to see. At the end of the day, this wasn't just about revenge. It was about protecting kids, respecting the people who keep them safe, and proving entitlement doesn't win. Because when you go after the innocent, karma's not far behind. If this story gave you chills, hit that like button. It helps more people discover these insane tales of instant karma. Tell me in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that prove one thing. Sometimes justice really does get served.